walk me home Saturday night. It was a spicy night at work. Just wanting me to do the job of more people than I am. Not easy. I'm one person. Sorry. But I did what I consider to be a lot of work. And the day went pretty quick. It was a long day, 9 hours. And when I told my direct supervisors about being scheduled to work until 4:30 tomorrow, they did not like that, and they rushed to get that fixed. So I'll get some more hours tomorrow. But I do a lot of thinking at work, and just a lot of thinking in general. And I realized something that I thought was very sad today. I have a friend I talk to occasionally, but he's moving, and I probably won't see him again. And he's a very nice guy, appreciative, respectful, just checks all the boxes. And I was wondering, why I was so bummed out about not seeing him anymore. And I realized this man who barely knows me has been better to me than my own husband was. And I thought that was really sad. That and it just made me realize that as far as Ron was concerned, I was just a tool to be used and manipulated, and that was it. From the time I was 17 to the time he died, that was pretty much it. Now, I will say the last 6 months or so, he was, fairly appreciative, but, he was really in very bad shape. His brain was turning to pudding from Alzheimer's and the head injury and the alcohol. He couldn't get out of bed anymore. He was completely dependent on me, like a big 200-pound baby. And, God gave me what I needed to take care of him. Why is this dude in the pickup truck doing a 3-point turn? We're gonna see. Well, he's not stopping. That's good. But, and there really isn't another subdivision nearby. Oh, I hear a police siren. Maybe he saw the police and said, I'm not going in there. Anyway, so just the contrast was remarkable. And I was feeling very sorry for myself. Very emotional for me. But I am good at hiding this stuff, I think. And nobody even noticed. I was working, that's all they cared about. But he came back. Dark blue pickup, king cab, short bed. Okay. If he comes back again, I'll try to catch a plate. But I realized as I was going to the bus stop, God pointed something out that basically Elijah, and I knew what he meant because this happens to me sometimes, that if I'm very tired and hungry, that I'm much more vulnerable emotionally to, I'm much more vulnerable, and that I needed to eat and I needed to get home and rest, and that's what I'm doing. And I had a protein shake that I had brought with me, so I had that at the bus stop when I was waiting, and I do feel better. But I'm tired. And I came to the conclusion on my way home, handing out packets to bus drivers and homeless people, hopefully not homeless bus drivers, but that whatever I've been through is worth it if I can help one person. And if that means I spend the rest of my life with just me and the cats, then that's what happens. But it's more important to do God's will Not necessarily planting interests. And when I have chased after what I wanted, it always ended very, very badly. So I'm not going to do that. So, but I'm glad I'm going home. And when they put the fix in all my hours, they had me come in 2 hours later. Thank you, Jesus. So I can actually get a decent night's sleep tonight. The only thing I need to do is put the chicken in the fridge. I got a rotisserie chicken, and God is wonderful, because I really wanted a chicken for some reason. I think because my iron is low. It's still kind of low, maybe, from donating blood. And that's the only thing it could be, really. And I've been taking iron supplements, but, they can be hit and miss. And back in fertile years, it was a running joke with me and Ron that if I wanted chicken, I was about to start my cycle. That it was like clockwork. I didn't want chocolate, I wanted chicken. And that was the only time I wanted chicken. So I was not a fan of chicken for a long time. Until I started cooking it properly, with some seasoning. But, yeah, so I think maybe just my iron's low. Which could also be why I'm kind of a little depressed. So but again, if somebody's being helped by the blood donations, I'm going to do it. So, I'll figure out the nutrition. But, so I went over to the deli and I thought, please, is there going to be any chicken? And there was one chicken left. I was so happy. And I bought it. And it was delicious. And I only ate about a third of it, which was nice. And, I saved the bones. When I get a chicken like that, I like to save the bones and the gristle and stuff and make some kind of broth out of it. It'd be nice to make a little veggie soup with that. And I know how to cook barley in a crock pot now, so that would be good too. Make a nice little stock with some barley and veggies. And I found if I put like the frozen soup vegetables in the crock pot, they are not mushy when I come home from work. Because I like to get it started as I leave. Assemble everything in the crock pot, turn on the timer, and then come home to something that's ready to eat. So, I was bad. I did not bring my best. And I noticed the cars are getting a lot closer before they react. Which is one reason I'm going against traffic. I'm wearing a yellow shirt. You can't really see it. And I adjusted how I did my hair. I had it in kind of a half ponytail with the top part pulled back and then the rest of it falling down. And I like that. I think it's more feminine and girly. And some of my friends liked it, the lady friends at work. But it is a little warm. And it has been very, very hot today, guys. It wasn't too bad in the store, but I could tell the AC was struggling. Happily, we didn't have any blackouts. But I'm going to hate to see the electric bill at the end of the month. So, what I might do if I'm smart is on this paycheck, throw an extra $40 at the bill. There's my friend wandering around. But, the driver who got me tonight said she will be coming back. Oops. Limited. This is the guy with the head injury. Or whatever. So, something going on. I dropped a drink. I felt that it was cold. But I don't see it. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm going to put this under my arm. Oh, he's in his yard. Good. Okay. Yeah, you keep yelling in your friend's backyard, buddy. It's a nice tall fence, too, about 8 feet. Wood. Yeah. I thought Ron was bad. That guy must be a real treat to live with. But, yeah. So. Anyways, take care of them more. But I've been trying to pray over the store, everyone in it, everyone on the bus, all my recipients, as much as I can, because I feel like these days we all need divine protection everywhere we go, every minute we're breathing. But I was kidding around with my last driver, and I said, I'm really afraid I'm going to go out the way. I almost died 3 times. And she said, oh, really? What was that? I said, choking on food, and she started laughing. I said, at least I lost the weight. So people won't say, oh, she was fat, no wonder. But, yeah, I have bad teeth. I had not really shared that before, but yeah, I have some pretty bad teeth, and chewing certain things is not possible these days, so I'm more careful what I eat. But yeah, the way I see it, there are some things that are worth fighting for, and some battles that are better not fought, and I'm not going to fight certain battles when it comes to my dental health. So, I mean, I brush my teeth every day and mouthwash and all that good stuff, but I believe it's because I have a horrendously dry mouth most of the time that I've had some issues. Also, I think some of it is spiritual. But yeah, that's one of my big secrets. I have bad teeth. The most annoying part is I had a filling fall out on the top toward the back, and it left a gap. And whenever I eat, food gets stuck in the gap, like meat in particular, and like fibrous vegetables. That's not fun. But yeah, it's taken a lot longer to react, but I'm too lazy to go digging in my buggy. There's nothing perishable in the buggy, just the chicken that I have strapped on top, and hopefully there haven't been any stray dogs coming after me for the chicken. I will probably have Cleo after me for the chicken, but I'm not going to eat any when I get home. I'm going to put it in the fridge. I already took my iron at dinner time. I had a vitamin E at breakfast. I just need to take the migraine herbs and the magnesium and one other thing and go to bed. So I need something fairly solid to handle that, but it doesn't have to be huge. I'm thinking applesauce maybe. But yeah, I am very, very tired, guys. I don't know why I'm so tired today, but it's just been a rough month, and I need to remember to text everybody when I get home, because my loved ones get very, very upset if I don't text them, and I don't blame them. They're probably thinking I'm murdered in the street somewhere. I had one friend that was ready to come looking for me, but I guess somebody talked her down. But yeah, maybe I need to get like an air tag or something so they know where I am. But someone's having a party. August 22. Not a big holiday as far as I know. I have a family member having a birthday in a day or two, but that's about it. And I woke up early this morning, but I didn't do a video blog. I just attempted to go back to sleep, which worked somewhat well. Sometimes I just keep waking up, just up. I don't know why. Where to put this? Put it there. And here's an interesting little fact. Don't hit my buggy. If I can get the buggy out the front door over that step, then I can get the buggy pretty much anywhere that day. Here's the buzz pad, charger cord. I need to remember to plug this in. And I got a additional battery going. So, all my keys in here. Oh, I know what I did. Okay. So, we will see what happens with my personal Wi-Fi. I'm very led by my heart, which can be good, it can be bad. But, I saw the almost naked homeless lady munching out on candy today. Gave her a gospel packet, which of course features candy. There it is. Glad I didn't have to go to the bathroom. That would have been a really bad night. I gave her some candy. She's happy to get that, so that was good. And if she doesn't read the booklet, somebody will. So I really believe that if that a lot of the stuff I distribute may not go to the original recipient. It may move on somewhere else. I have one piece of mail. Ron, try internet worry-free. No thanks. All right. Okay. If it's addressed to Ron, I can probably drop it out. And that guy who does the Uber is coming down the street towards me. I can see the little light on his dashboard. So let's see if I can get this home without dropping the soda. Some of my friends at work are giving me a hard time because of my big shoes. But like I told them, the feet don't hurt at the end of the day. That's all that matters. When I was waiting at my transfer point, I was so tired my butt hurt, the muscles, but I'm okay now though. I think the walk home is important for some reason. I couldn't tell you why, but just nothing wrong. It's best if you have to get home safe and text everybody that I made it. And hopefully someone's having a good time. That kind of thing really used to upset me when Mom was alive because he would just go buggo. He was just a very angry man. And I think he never really got over his family reunion. But from what he told me, his older brother and sister had run around kissing his butt the whole time he was growing up. That's just like old firecracker things. And again, I don't know why, but they're having a good time. When he was a kid, they had to his brother had to wear his new shoes and break them in, and stuff like that, and lead him around and babysit him. And the day he went blind, his sister called his mom. He was about 8. Ron was about 8. And said Ron just went blind. And he's, inconsolable. And his mom just said, put him to bed. And she didn't even come home. I mean, your kid is going to go blind once in his whole life. But who knows? Maybe it's just a bad case of caregiver burnout. All I know is that when that social worker sat there at that table and told everybody that Ron was going to need ongoing, heavy-duty care for the rest of his life, they evaporated. So, that was their choice. But I'm home. The air is nice and comfortable. And I'm going to turn off the works light. Now, I like to have a system. So for me, the system is hanging up the keys and the bus pass. When I worked at the post office, it was my U.S. government ID badge. You cannot get in the building without that. And get this bad boy plugged in too. But I also need to plug in my power source because I use that to kind of boost the power. The OEM battery, if I'm remembering correctly. I messed up. The OEM battery is only good for about half the day, so on this app. So everybody has to get some kind of extra power. A lot of people will just get a charger and plug it in on the charger and fight over the charger and unplug each other's phones and all kinds of stupid nonsense. But my answer to that is bring my own battery, which is in my pocket, plug it into the phone. So let's put away the chicken.